Good morning. Good morning to you, and welcome to a little morning meeting that you probably weren't expecting. I just called the meeting at the last minute, and it's a very short meeting, but there's coffee because I get some of my best ideas in the mornings, I think. So I usually have to write things down um, in order to remember the ideas, and being an artist to keep track of some of the things that I'm doing. So when I started doing journaling, art journaling, I had to look around at a lot of videos because I didn't really know how to do it, and I knew I had a need to take notes, and my need to take notes just extended from studying other topics. But to take personal notes, I wanted a way that was eye-catching because I'm a visual person. So I'm doing a very short live stream on this because um, the last um, the last thing I did as an artist for my shop, online shop, was make a digital product that was it's a journaling product, but I made it with an arty theme in mind. It's called Artist Textures, and Artist Textures is a sheet of three. These are the prototypes for them here. Um, Three sheets that I made into a digital product, you see. So over on the uploads tab, you can see how the product turned out and what the advertisements and everything for them, the listings look like. And that's kind of a design process. So not all artists are involved in design, but a lot of them are involved in, at least these days, something to do with design, because a lot of them, although some of them just call it art as if it's fine art, um, are doing illustration, you see. So they're products that have some kind of a digital aspect to them, whether you're making them digitally, and these weren't made digitally, these were made um, handmade with traditional art techniques. And this is why I thought they were a nice product, because um, they were a unique product. Because although they're a digital download of scrap papers for journaling. Okay, they're they've got an artistic feel to them, and they've got a hand done feel to them. So a digital product, but originally made from hand produced um, things, because I'm very interested in kind of promoting that hand done art look, and that comes out of my own art interests. But I'm always trying to find new ways to sell art to people, really, and bring art into people's lives. It's not just about selling, it's about um, people appreciating art. And I found when I came across people who keep journals of any type, not just arty people, um, journals or planners, people who keep them, quite often have an artistic bent to them, because say you keep something like, this is one of my bullet journals. I have designed two for the shop. Um, if anybody wants to check out my shop, the link for it is somewhere near the banner on this channel. I don't kind of um, I don't over advertise, because I know, like, you people don't want me to be just hard selling you things all the time. Really, what I'm doing here is I'm explaining how journaling is useful for you if you're an artist. That's the purpose of this short live stream. So I'm going to show you a bit of journaling as an artist and what kind of things I might track in my journal. So this is one of my journals, and this is one of my postcards, some of my stickers being used, just put in the journal. And the reason I have put these in my own journal like this, without any attempt at planning things out, although I have some planning there actually, is that this journal here is to track my year in art products, really. not so much to track my fine art, although I will be doing a bit of that today. And I have just ordered more stickers, of my own stickers actually, to show you how stickers can be used. Because although I used that sheet a little bit, these two sheets, I wanted to leave them to show how they look on the sheets. So that one I'm going to leave on the sheet because I don't have one left on the sheet. I have that already used. And these are sticker sheets that I sell in the shop, okay? And they were, I think that was the first one I made, that one. These came out as a collectible set, okay? And these are for use in journals. They don't have to be, my journal style is bullet journaling. Love bullet journaling. Bullet points are um, there are actually little guidelines for bullet points on this style journal. It's a dotted journal, and bullet pointing works really well. That's bullet pointing there. Lists of things, you see, works really well in this style of journal because you've got the dots accommodating where you want to put lists yourself without it, still having the potential for doing a grid layout, which a lot of people find handy for planning things on. Now, I'll show you yesterday's page, or actually, this page covers a couple of days because I started it previously. And typically, as an artist, I have all sorts of little pieces of paper like this around the place, right? And um, before I got into bullet journals, these pieces of paper would be floating about, um, getting lost around the place. And I'd be scrabbling about a day or a week later, or maybe a month later, looking for the pieces of paper because they quite often have dimensions and things on them. Being an artist, you're always measuring dimensions as well. And so I now have a place where those notes go fairly immediately. Or if I was sitting around at night writing a note for something, I can then transfer it into this afterwards. It's also good to go back to your planner to see what items are outstanding in your plans. So that's the purpose of these pages. And then you can tick off items as they happen. People sometimes buy these stencils. This one doesn't have a tick mark on it, stencil, but it does have bullet points and things like that. But basically, for me, if I start a new page, my bullet points are the things I designed um, to use as bullet points. So the stickers, and that's a visual thing. A sticker is a visual thing that's going to distinguish that page from certain other pages because of the combination of things that happen on it for you. So it's very quick to flick back through a journal like this page. I put a part of one of my um, journaling artist texture paper scraps, tore it off and put it in here so that if I, flick through these pages, it'll be very easy to remember that page because I'm a visual person being an artist. Because I'll remember, yeah, the January stuff. I have a big January written on it somewhere, but I also have that shape there and the cat thing and a bit of yellow poking out January written on it. So uh, let me do some savaging as well. And I might distinguish the next page, you see, with other scraps. So I'm going to savage the scrap I've only just made and take another bit off it. So this would have been a digital product for other people, but I have the originals to savage, you see, and I still have the digital file. Save the printing out. So this page here, there's my way of identifying this new page. So in the journal as well, you as you're organizing your day, it gives you a chance to think as you're writing things. And an artist probably just wants to get to the arty part of the day. Now, the arty part of the day is a bit of a while away from me because after breakfast I'm going for a nice jog because I finally got the nice day I needed and I'm feeling better after my little dose of whatever it was, little cold I had. Um, so that has to happen before RT happens. But first time in the morning for me is a great time to write things down. So I'm writing down my jobs outstanding, and there are various ways you can do this. If you want to have fun with it, you can you can get all sorts of little devices like printing stamps and things like that to use on your journal. And the purpose of taking your time over these is um, you get more ideas as you're, I find I do anyway, get more ideas as you're working away. So I'm working here, for example, on jobs that are outstanding. And there would also be orders that I'm waiting on to come in. And you see the way I'm making this main heading quite big and bold. And if anybody was interested in knowing more about art journaling and wanted me to do other live streams, live art journaling, I can do that for you if you want. Because the other thing is, some people find it inspiring watching people doing their journaling. And although there'd be things I wouldn't share necessarily from my business plans with everybody live, but I can certainly do more pages for you if you want to see how to do it. So I am going to spring into more of my bullet points here, just to make the page pretty. So basically, this is just, it's a fun thing, but it's also an organizing my mind for the day and for the jobs that have to be done in the next week. So today's job, right, something very important from today is this. 3 paintings I have here, they have to be scanned in today. That's a big job today. And I'm not using any of my fancy calligraphy because I haven't been practicing. And I would be here all day. Now, I haven't actually written the day. Well, I might. I'm not going to write it. Well, I will because it's the end of January, you see. Monday, 29th January. And we know it's 2024 because 2024 started in this journal yesterday. So the other thing about the journal that makes it not anything wasteful at all is that the next year you will look back on this year's planning, because if you're in business as an artist, you need to keep track of when you did what. And things like monetary outlays you need to keep track of, but they don't necessarily need to be kept track of that closely in this one. Now, I did order some frames for these. So that has to be done first because of that, you see. Now, you see this, I've got a little bullet point that's a fuchsia, but I had this brilliant idea this morning. So I'm going to write down, You know what? I actually have two of these aren't mine, but I have two of these sheets, and I don't know where I put the other one. I tend to put an envelope with various little scraps in the back of this. I'll just show it to you. But um, my other little template that I use. See, I have some printouts of some of my. That's not a digital file, but I do have some printouts of fuchsias there as well for my personal use. They're special, um, a special thing just for me because I have the original, and I also have some dried flowers. I don't know whether I have some beautiful ones there. I don't know whether I'm going to generate more sticker sheets from those or products or paper scraps maybe. The paper scraps are different because they come out like that finish, you see, as opposed to this finish, more old-fashioned thing that you stick in yourself, like old-fashioned scraps. Um, and obviously because they come out like, this kind of thing, you tear out the section in the shape you want yourself. So it's quite creative compared to the other ones. These are supposed to be functioning like sort of bullet points. However, I don't have my template in there, my other template, but you can use printers, handwritten stuff, or these kind of templates for writing what you need to write in your bullet journal, and you can have little envelopes like that in the journal as well if you want to have all your little scrap bits together, or you can keep your scrap bits in a little folder made from an old book or something if you want. Keep on your shelf, or a little box or something, you know. It's handy to keep them in the book because sometimes as an artist like me you're stuck for space, you see. So let me get another color for this. I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. So outstanding jobs. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about making new bullet points, because so I had 4 outstanding jobs today. I might want little bullet points. And as I was thinking about doing this journaling demo this morning, I glanced at the table because I was going to clean it, and because my mind was on it, I saw this, which is a test bit beside the painting, one of the paintings that I'm doing at the moment. And this is where I'm testing the ink out. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, wow, that'd be great to coordinate with those scrapbook papers. And do go over to the video uploads tab to see those if you haven't already. The video's on it long. Um, and make a sticky sheet like one of these sticky sheets um, of different size and shape bullet points for sections in people's journals. People who do journal understand how to use these things, and that's why I'm showing you how you use them. You can hand do all this. You don't need to buy the stuff, but obviously, um, the bought stuff you can get more textures and styles all working together. Be very cool on the page, like if I find my scissors, if I can find my scissors, I'll show you how cool this style would look on the page. So I'm going to make a new product now. So I want to take a note of that because I'll forget. Because you might have 5 or 6 ideas going at once. So this little note here is going to remind me that I am going to make a new product, new sticker sheet product next. I think it's for my shop. It's something that's going to be a good product line, because there are a lot of people out there doing journaling and planning their days with notebooks and things that like these kind of products. And for some people who don't paint very much themselves, don't have time, they might be university students or um, at school studying or something, or at work. It brings a little bit of something arty into their lives to do these pages, and they don't feel hassled about wasting time because they're planning the tasks that they have to do, but they're making the planning uh, a nice artistic thing for themselves by introducing these kind of elements into the page. So it becomes a pleasant artistic experience doing it, you see. And already this page makes me happy, some of the elements on it, but they have a point to them because this element here, I'm going to file this under ideas, and it's worth looking at the videos of people who do journaling much better than me because they've been at it a long time. Because some of the videos are beautiful. I watch them a lot and find them very inspiring and relaxing. And you get really good ideas from them. And I just love designing all the stickers and scraps for them because this was something I used to like doing as a kid when obviously I didn't have to plan my day as much because I never did homework. Never kept a homework journal or anything like that. Um, I just kept a scrapbook for fun. So here's one of my ideas. Uh, so this product is called sticker sheets, brush mark. And I don't know what I'm going to call that brush mark sticker sheet yet. So I'll have a little think about that. That's the other thing you can see in that little short video upload I did on the paper scraps. You can see how I put together the ads and everything and the look I had for the ads. So when you do a product for a little shop, you're going to have to do all the listings as well. And people are buying the product of what the listings look like. So it's kind of important, you know. Now, as somebody whose primary job is to make art, not to be a designer, I tend to spend as little time as I can get away with on designing listings and things like that. But I do try and make them look nice, you know. So it's worth having a look at that. Um, so few people are just making paintings nowadays, and that's their only business. And that leads me to another outstanding thing I have, which is, see, those little bullet points would be perfect for those on the sticky sheet, and they come off like those guys do individually. So I can fit quite a few of those on a sticker sheet that'll come off individually, and they'll make really beautiful little kind of watercolor style um, bullet points. So this is this coordinating range of the stickers products that I have. They're very suitable for artists or anybody who likes really arty things. And I know a lot of people who journal do. A lot of people collect kind of Monet journaling supplies or Van Gogh journaling supplies or um, botanical paintings journal supplies. So um, this kind of thing is popular, but I have found my niche in that I haven't seen anybody doing anything like those artist texture thing. And the fairies and fuchsia, I haven't actually seen, I've seen fairies galore, but mine are very different in conception, I think. So I like them. I was pleased with those. And you should give yourself a pat on the back. You can give yourself the pats on the back in the journal if you're a quiet type. Uh, for some reason, people don't seem to like it when you congratulate yourself on something. They think it's I don't know. I think they think you shouldn't, that you should be more down on yourself, but don't mind them. Just go ahead and congratulate yourself. So you can write things, like job well done or something to yourself in your journal if you want, because it books you up. And I'm doing this at the start of the day. So this journaling process is going to book me up at the start of the day. I can go out for a jog, not worry about what outstanding jobs I have, because I can come back and refer to the journal. Even if I've forgotten it, it's fine. So outstanding is marked clearly in the middle, 3 black paintings to scan today. That is my main job today. I could come in with a highlighter. People collect highlighters as well for these and highlight things, but I'm happy enough just doing this. One other thing I did get that I should mention is for my journaling supplies is washi tape. And I ordered my own Donna Emerald washi tape, which is really exciting. And I'll just show you what washi tape is if you've never come across it before. This is washi tape here. And that is as well, actually, that one is, it's a painter's tape, but it's actually a washi tape. And washi tape is sort of paper with just sticky stuff on the back. And you see artists using it if they're drawing in their sketch pad and they want to border around the thing, they'll use that. But people quite often use it for decorating their journal pages to make them look eye-catching when you go back, and fun when you go back as well. So you can even get washi tapes that are kind of semi-see-through to put over those bits that you want to draw more attention to if you want. Some people use the highlighters. I don't have any pretty colored highlighters, so I'm not going to do that. And I tend to use arrows like this a lot. So that's my main job in there. Okay. And we can even do things like this just because I have this here. So all these little journaling extras and devices are to keep you focusing on the tasks. You're halfway there with the task. When you're clear in your mind, it has to happen. And to help you remember the task, 3 black paintings to scan today, which is those ones. They have to be scanned before they get framed. And I'm hoping the frames I ordered arrive in one piece. Um, Something that I ordered for them that's not going to arrive till March, according to the email I got today, is a little mounting board cutter, because they're going to go into little small 6x6 frames, and they're also going to have a mounting board around them. But because they're all very individual sizes, I'm going to have to learn how to cut mounting board myself to the exact sizes to come up near to the edge on them to make them look nice. So I bought a little cutting device, but it's not due till March. But um, it's slightly annoying because I think I can only frame one of the 3 possibly. But they need to be framed for something, this exhibition. Somebody has asked me to show some pieces this summer. So that's not coming up for ages. So that's okay. I have time. But that demonstrates how this planning notebook, this journal planner, whatever you want to call it, um, you'll be going back and forth through pages, because there'll be jobs that you're tracking as you go through it. And this performs the function that um, some digital planners are supposed to perform, but people don't find them. If you're somebody like an artist who does things by hand a lot, you don't always find digital stuff very satisfying. So I would be in that category because I've used tools like Trello for organizing sort of boards of information in a planner style way and reminders of when I have to do this, that, and the other. But I have found that a little bit hassly in that that keeps you online doing your planning more than you want to be. You're already going to be online a lot if you're somebody like me with a channel making videos and an online uh, shop in Etsy that you're having to put products in and do listings on fairly regularly. So you're online a lot. So the idea of being online is a very worky idea for me. Sometimes, I'll watch things for pleasure online, but it's not usually relaxing for me. And there are reasons to do with refresh rates of computer screens as well. So doing this manually and adding little arty things to the page help me feel that I'm at a fun, creative activity and keep me in the nice, calm place because I really resent doing business. I think a lot of artists find that the business side of their brain and the art side of their brain don't work well at the same time. This is a way of bringing them together and fooling yourself into thinking business stuff is actually art stuff. Um, so that I will do that. I might do that stickers sheet as the next product. Okay. Now, other things. So up here, you don't necessarily have to write everything all in the same, and you can do different, colored pencils or anything you want. You can freehand draw things. Um, so up here, what I want to write is things I'm waiting for. So I would love to, if you weren't here now, I'd go looking for the other um, little template. And actually, I'd love to get the little set of blocks, stamper blocks as well. So busy talking to you, I wrote the wrong letter. So this one is going to be things I'm still waiting for. So these are things I've ordered online, like, for example, the Donna Emerald branded washi tape, which isn't the only thing I'm not crazy about it is it's much wider than this. I would have liked a washi tape that width, but it's one that's about that width, which isn't ideal for if I want to use it for sketchbooks and things that I want to border around and then rip the border off afterwards to keep a clean border on paintings. Um, it's not ideal for that. I'd actually have to lay it down on a cutting board and cut it in half to do that with. But in order to get my own washi tape, I had to go with what I could find at the time that was convenient. And it's just a test order. I've just ordered one. It's not a product because I don't think that many people would want to buy Donna Emerald branded um, washi tape. It has the sheep and shepherd pictures on it, and Donna Emerald thinking of summer on it. So it's a nice, happy little tape. And the reason I used those stickers as opposed to the fuchsia was because I wanted very neutral colors for um outline if I go to paint in a sketch pad. I don't want the color fighting with the actual picture. So that sticker range lent itself extremely well to that, and it does look beautiful. So I'll show you that when it arrives. So I'm really hoping that's supposed to arrive within the next week. And I have another one of these guys. And the other thing I have to order, but that's going to be more in time for the exhibition. So you can do this, have things coming across from other things just to pretty up the page as well. I think I have this idea girls like doing this better than fellas, because fellas don't like too much messing about. But that doesn't mean the fellas wouldn't make their planner pages visual. They would just go about it in a different way, maybe, the sort of elements they would choose and everything. So I'm thinking my sticker range, I haven't done market research or anything. Some parts of my sticker range would appeal more to women, possibly. But certainly the scraps that are artist texture, I think they would appeal to men and women equally because the elements in them, the lovely textures, and then the hand done script style writing, and I think that would appeal to guys as well. So things I'm waiting for are I'm going to mark these and go back, you see, in the journal and mark these off as they arrive in so that I know no order that I've made has gone missing. So I have a dry pigment from Praia da Luz. Praia da Luz is in, don't know how to spell it, in Portugal. That's on the way, apparently, but hasn't arrived yet. Washi tape is on the way as well, but hasn't arrived yet. Uh, the stickers have arrived. And this to somebody else might look like a mess and disordered, but to me, it's very easy to see because of doing things at different angles and everything. It makes it easier rather than having things just one after another. What else am I waiting on? I have a three pigment set, is it? No, two pigments from uh, Amazon. So they're actually for that painting I'm doing at the moment, those pigments. So the fact that that painting is stalled slightly is not too bad a thing because I'm hoping to make use of those pigments. Um, then the cutter, not till March, might come in earlier. So you can see how it's only the end of January now. So I'm going to have to keep track of that. Um, so if I see the word outstanding, if I'm flicking back through this and I see the word outstanding, I know to go up and look there as well. I see the word outstanding on that page. I know I have to go back and check that none of those things are still outstanding. So on this page, right, uh, the plans are all tucked in here. So I would check that list. Paper scraps, you see, I have done that. Tunnels, done and dusted. And I actually like my little, I saved this. I saved the thing saying what I ordered. And I saved this little piece because I'm probably going to use this again in the exhibition. I'm mulling it around in my mind. If I show a few pieces, I want to have some other items available. And some of the items that much later I'll have to order are um, postcards, and I have to design those as well because I want to be able to sell the original, and then if people don't want to buy the original but will only spring for a postcard that they can frame, I can offer those as well. Or I can, some of the items I can offer as a print and then I send it to them direct, which is handy for some people if they're just on holidays, you see, and they say, well, I don't want to bring home a painting with me in my suitcase, I can't fit it or whatever. So that's kind of new ideas. And some of those are, see how fast the page fills up. Outstanding. So we'll have a done. Where will I put the done in? I'm putting it down here. The fact that my creative side of my mind is open while I'm working on a businessy tracking job here is good because it means that new ideas can come in while I'm working. Like that came in this morning. That's a very good idea. And the thing about if you've got a shop, you need to have a lot of products in it before anybody even notices your shop. So this is just a fact of life, unfortunately. People think that shops with a lot of products in them are well, they're more findable online for a start. You would actually have to do quite a lot of advertising as well, really, to be really findable, unless you're promoting it in various other platforms yourself, and still, it can be very difficult. Um, so done is a business cards, and I have an order. Oh, so the order goes up here, I paid a silly amount for those because of the shipping cost. Drove it up. The business cards were so cheap, and I only got 10, and they were expensive. I track all my costs of everything in my tax Excel sheets. Okay, in case you're wondering how you go about that as well. How do you turn your art thing into an art business? Well, you behave like a business person first. Sorry to have to tell you that, but you do have to track money in and out, which once you have set up a system to do that, um, and keep your receipts, track a system to keep your receipts, um, the rest is easier. And, register for tax as well. And then this bit is the day-to-day planning of what has to happen next, what jobs have I done, and what ideas do I have. So jobs, ideas, plans, basically. So business cards done. And I think it's always nice to have a section that says done. And I'm going to write scrapbook artist texture, scrap paper, done. And another arrow. I just love arrows. I can't help it. They make me feel more in control of the plans. And I don't want to do a sticker sheet of arrows because I can't make them look nice, really. And I think there are a lot of those out there as well. Loads of collections of sort of Victorian fingers pointing different directions. Okay, so I still have space for putting in other things that happen during the day. My scanning, when I have that done, will go on the done list. And hopefully you will see from this very short bonus live stream um, how the how the planning bit has arrived has been arrived at. There are things you can do to mark the page, to go back to it whenever you want, because you might go back to this later in the day. You might go back to it a week later, but you can make your own tabs with tape, you see, if you want, and have different tape tabs, and you just grab that and do it. It's so handy. You can draw in these. Sometimes some bullet um, things I have, this is why I have this page blank. Some things I sometimes with my bullet pads, I'll leave the left side blank for ideas, for sketching any ideas out. On this one, it's left blank just because I'm vaguely thinking of, I don't want to do it with that book though. I might do it with these scraps. Um, Making an envelope there for bits and bobs that can go on this page, because like this, uh, you'll build up scraps, even scraps just from your own painting and drawing activities, that are scraps that didn't end up as finished work, but which are kind of nice little scraps and you don't really want to throw out. You can make a little envelope kind of that height and tuck the scraps in and have them at various points throughout your journal, and then I just access them from envelopes. You see, I can access these things um, from all my little things I have tucked in the back, like I have labels, various business labels and things like that in there, and have more stuff. I don't know what I have for now. Oh yeah, little bits of. These are actually the outsides from around some of the sticky notes that I had, and I make little bullet points with those. They're terribly handy. You can see, this is my no waste idea. You can use the whole sticker sheet, because I noticed when I ordered these sticker sheets that the in-betweeny bits come with sticky on them as well. So I like that. So if I had um, ideas here, I'll probably have another section there. I have a little bullet pointy thing to draw attention to that section, and I'll come along with um, a colour that sort of matches that a bit. Because I'm an artist and I have all these pens, you see, don't I? And make a section there for more notes. See? So the whole page just looks messy and visual and nice and friendly. It's not a horrible, outstanding, difficult job I've to do today when you come back. It's a, hey, we're having a lot of fun getting through our jobs. So psychologically, this is a great tool for artists that I would highly recommend. Now, we all have different ways of going about things. It's not going to suit everybody, but for anybody who's never heard of art journaling before, this is one way of using it as a planner. There are other ways as well, of course, and some of those ways include putting down art ideas, just using it as just an idea generation thing. But like, my thought on that is, well, then why aren't you just using a sketch pad? You know, if you're going to be drawing and things in it and generating art ideas, that would be how I'd approach it. So these new pieces here, I'm going to have to come up with a storage envelope for them. But for the moment, they're just going to tuck in to encourage me when I come along to do the next page to have fun with it by sticking something in, you see. And then you end up, as you progress through the year, right? Because this is a year planner for, I didn't actually on the product write 2024 because I wanted people to be able to use this for any year. Um, as you work your way through the year, this will get thicker and thicker, and you'll get this wonderful feeling of, I have loads of work done. And then you'll be able to confirm that feeling by looking back and saying, wow, I did loads in January. Oh, look at the products I designed. Oh, look at the paintings I did. Oh, look at the things I framed and finished. Uh, and look at the plans I had for exhibiting and things like that. This is invaluable for that. Okay, so I hope you found that this little bonus live stream useful. You have another bonus live stream from yesterday as well, actually. So I'm really spoiling you this week. Um, but I thought since I was doing that myself before going out for my little jog, that I would show you because I had been banging on slightly about journaling products recently. This lives on my desk, out of the way of the art stuff, so that I can then put business things out of my mind when I go to work on art stuff. And it's a very good solution for artists. Okay, so whether you're planning your day or you've already started it, have a great day, and I'll see you again soon, probably on Friday. Bye.